Her voice sliced to the hum of the tires, the soft jazz playing in the background, a faint attempt to keep the mood light. "Honestly, he's like a rescue dog," she said with a casual chuckle. "You feed him, he wags his tail. So easy to control." Her laughter rang out, the loudest sound in the car. I didn't flinch, just kept my eyes fixed on the road, the windshield smeared with the grime of early autumn. My left hand gripped the wheel, while my right hand clenched tight on my thigh, knuckles bone white. She didn't notice the silence that followed. She never did. Just opened the door when we arrived at the resort and slammed it behind her, as if I were just a help. "Don't forget to wash the sheets before I get back. They stink like you." I said nothing. The silence between us felt like a weight, pressing down, but I didn't speak. For hours passed, swallowed by the quiet. Silence is loud when it's filled with realization. 7 years of marriage. No kids. Just 2 dogs and a life that we once talked about building together. She used to talk about Paris, the kind of place we'd retire to, sipping wine on a terrace, pretending to be more interesting than we really were. I believed her, not because she convinced me, but because I wanted to. I worked, fixed things around the house, made her coffee every morning, and even sent her texts just to ask how her day was going. She stopped replying after 3 years. I told myself it was work stress, hormones, life, anything but the truth. She started dressing better when she went out. Lipstick on days I never saw her wear it. A new perfume I didn't buy. It was subtle at first. A missed call here, a late night there. I kept choosing ignorance until ignorance chose me back. 2 months ago, I found a receipt for a boutique hotel, just 30 miles from her office. Midweek, midday, her signature, paid in cash. I didn't confront her. I just started watching. Her phone buzzed at night, face down. She smiled as she texted, never at me, laughed in the shower with the door locked. She never used to lock it. The rail break came when I followed her. She said she had a client dinner. I followed at a distance. No headlights. She wasn't careful. Why would she be? I watched as she got out of her car and into his. Paul, the kind of man who thought women were currency. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just watched, and I began to plan. I didn't want to hurt her. I wanted her to understand what it feels like to be disposable. I opened a new account, quiet, private, and started moving small amounts of money. She never checked. She still logged into her email on our shared laptop. So I installed software, a keylogger, screen capture. I had the passwords. Within a week, I found everything. The chats, the photos, the plans. She called him real, said I was safe. She sent him a picture of our house, said soon it would be his too. That's when I bought the recorder. I waited. I listened. I collected everything. Dates, texts, voice memos, screenshots, each piece like a puzzle, clicking into place. I even printed a few, sent them to her parents' anonymous return address. It wasn't about getting caught. It was about making sure she understood the cost. Then I called our lawyer, told him I suspected infidelity, and handed him the evidence. He didn't need to say much. He just nodded, acknowledging the weight of what I had. He told me I had enough to ruin her in court. For the first time in weeks, I smiled. The spa weekend was the final move in the game. I offered to drive. Of course. She barely looked up from her phone, lost in her world. That comment about me being a rescue dog had been the spark that ignited it all. I dropped her and Paul off at the resort, then drove straight home. As soon as I walked through the door, I made the call. Locksmith. Everything. Changed. I filed the divorce papers, citing infidelity. I filed a temporary restraining order, harassment, verbal abuse. I had recordings, proof. I hired a cleaning service to deep clean the house, had her clothes boxed up and stored in the garage. Her credit cards? Canceled. The joint account? Frozen. I forwarded her mail straight to her office. Then I waited. She came back Sunday night. Tried the key. It didn't work. She banged on the door, called my name, but I didn't answer. I could hear her confusion, her desperation. Then she saw the ring, sitting on the doormat. No note, just a ring. Her eyes flickered. That was it. She finally understood. Yesterday, she showed up at the house, eyes swollen, makeup smeared, voice trembling. Please, just talk to me. I made a mistake. She tried to step inside, but I stepped out, closing the door behind me, keeping it quiet, keeping it controlled. No yelling, just stillness. I looked at her, calm as ever. I'm not your rescue dog, I said. She blinked. I saw the realization wash over her. Everything I had been holding back, every word I had swallowed in silence, it all came rushing to the surface. You thought I was blind. I was just patient. She opened her mouth but didn't speak. I handed her the thick envelope. Court date's in 2 weeks. Don't be late. She reached for my arm, desperate. I pulled back. Don't touch me. You lost that privilege when you made me a punchline. She stood there, frozen, trying to find the words. She thought I'd bark, beg, whimper. But I'd learned something about rescue dogs. They remember the pain, but they never forget who held the knife. She thought I was easy to control, but she was wrong. I had been quiet, not stupid. Loyal, not weak. Now I sleep in clean sheets. No perfume, no lies, no noise. They say betrayal is an art. So is revenge. But unlike betrayal, mine had closure. And I made damn sure she saw the signature at the bottom of those papers. Because this time, I walked away first.